Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the population forecasting. Remaining methods of population forecasting. In previous lecture we see the 6 methods of population forecasting. In next one is the incremental increase method. Growth rate is assumed to be progressively increasing or decreasing. This depends upon whether the average of the incremental increase in the most is positive or negative. The population for a future decade is worked out by adding the mean arithmetic increase to the last known population, as in arithmetic increase method, and to this is added the average incremental increase once for first decade, twice for second, and so on. So now let us see the problem. Here in problem given the years and population of that year in 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990 and 2000. The data is given up to 2000. Now we have to calculate the population in 2020 using IIM, means the incremental increase method. This is the short form of incremental increase method. Now the mathematical formula for calculating the incremental increase method or IIM method is Pn is equal to P naught plus n x bar plus n in bracket n plus 1 divided by 2 into y bar. This is the mathematical formula for calculating the population in IIM method, where Pn is equal to the population after n decades from present census. X bar is equal to the average increase of population in known decades. Y bar is equal to the average of incremental increase of the known decades. N is the number of decades from now to future. Now we have to calculate the population in 2020 by using this mathematical formula. In answer we have to draw the table. In first column there is the years, in second column is the population. We know that the population is denoted by P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 respective by given years. In third column there is the increase in population. We know that the x1 is the increase in population. X1 is calculated by using 2P2 minus P1, then x2 is equal to P3 minus P2, x3 is equal to P4 minus P3, x4 is equal to P5 minus P4. These are the increase in population. Now we have to calculate the incremental over the increase in population. This is denoted by a y, so that the y1 is equal to x2 minus x1 is equal to 3000 given value, y2 is equal to x3 minus x2, answer is 2000, and y3 is equal to x4 minus x3 is equal to 3000. Now we have to calculate the average of increase in population and average of incremental increase in population. We know that the x bar is the increase in population, so that the average value of x bar is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 divided by 4, so that the value comes out is the 5500. And for y bar, means the increment over the increase in population is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 3. The value comes out is the 666.6. So that we have to calculate the next one, or we put up this value in a given formula. The given formula we know that, so that we have to calculate the population in P 2020 is equal to P 2000, means the P 2000 is the known population of last decade, so that there is a difference between the two decades, so that the value of n is equal to 2. So that in put up in a formula is the 2 into x bar, value of x bar is the 5500 and y bar is equal to 166.6. So put up all this value in a formula, then the population in P 2020 decades is the given out, that is the 9,1999 is the population comes out in a P 2020. Now the next method is the logistic curve method. The growth is assumed to be function of the time and follow some logical mathematical relationship. The population trends to according to the logistic curve, starting at low rate followed by high rate and then at the lower rate towards the saturation limit. This is the logistic curve method. In problem we have already given the population in lakhs per year. In 1971 there is the 31.78 lakhs, then in 1981 41.64 lakhs, in 1991 there is 55.33 lakhs, and 2001 there is the 72.32 lakhs. These are the values already given. Now the formula for calculating the logistic curve method is PS. PS is the saturation population. We have to calculate the saturation population by using this equation, 2 into P naught P1 P2 minus P1 into 2 in bracket P naught plus P2 divided by P naught P2 minus P1 into 2 is the formula for calculating saturation population by using a logistic curve method. Now put up this value in a given formula. So the first one is the value of m we have to calculate, then the value of n are given. In general, first of all is the logistic curve. This is the logistic curve we can see in this screen. The P is equal to Ps upon 1 plus m e raised to n into t, whereas the Ps is the saturation population. Saturation population means this graph is plotted at x axis there is the time and at y axis there is the population. Now curve is start, then there is the standing line which denoted the dp by dt, means the population change with time t is equal to constant c, means we have to note down that there is one is the pt. Then whenever this curve is continuously increase and then up to point n, then it is the common one and then graph going to a constant, means this is the saturation point, it is denoted by a ps. Now if three population data are equal, interval are known, means if we know the interequal of three population data, then at t naught is equal to 0, then p is equal to p naught. When there is the time t1, then it is the t1 and p is equal to p1. Then at t2 is equal to 2 into t and p is equal to p2, means the formula is equal to p suffix t is equal to ps upon 1 plus m e raised to n into t already given, where the ps is the saturation population, m is the constant, that is ps minus p naught upon p naught. Then we know the formula ps is equal to, then number of years n is equal to 1 upon t1 in bracket p naught in bracket ps minus p1 divided by p1 in bracket ps minus p naught. This is the formula for decrease, this is the formula. Then we know the values of period each. In 2 period each of 20 years, city has grown from 3000 to 1,70,000 and then to 3000. Determine the expected population after 20 years, means 2 decades. Now answer is equal to p naught, the initial value is the 3000 at time t naught is equal to 0, means we have to consider the initial value at time t naught. Then p1 means after time, it is the means after 20 years the T1 is equal to 20 years and the population is the 1,70,000. Then P2 after time T2 means T2 is the 40 years, means after 40 years it becomes 3 lakh. This is the given. Now put up this value in a given formula, then we have to calculate this one, and then the answer is come out is value of PS. Then again m is equal to small m is equal to PS minus P naught divided by P naught. This value is again given out is the 9.85. Then small n is equal to minus 0.118. Then PT is equal to 3228.2. These are the values come out after calculation. Now these put up in a formula and we have to calculate, then the answer is given out. This one is called the logistic curve method. Now the last one method is the comparative method. This is the last mathematical method to calculate the population forecasting. In this method, the city is having the conditions and characteristics similar to the city whose future population is to be estimated are first and all selected. It is then assumed that the city under consideration will develop as the selected similar cities have developed in the past. This method has a logical background, and if the statistic of development of similar cities are available, the quite price that the reliable result can be obtained. Suppose it is required to estimate the population of a city A at the end of the year 2010, and let the available data shown that this city A has reached the percent population of 42,500 in a year 1970, then the available data of similar cities B and C is analyzed. Let it be found that the city B has reached 42,500 in the year. However, this curve, now let us see this diagram. This curve of city B should start from the point P. We know that the point P, where the three different lines are origin from point P, which represent the present population of the city A. Now, this is the present population of city A. Similar, the population of city C is plotted from the year is that reach 42,500 onwards. Now, the curve of city A is carefully extended between the curve of city B and city C. Means whenever we have to calculate the population of an unknown city, but which growth rate is equivalent to the another two cities, and with that known growth rate, then we have to calculate the growth rate of new one city by plotting a graph. This is called the method. Now here the mathematical concept of population forecasting is over. Now the next is design period and population forecast. This quantity should be worked out with a due to provision for the estimated requirement of the future. The future period for the which is provision is made in a water supply scheme is known as design period. The design period is provided because it is very difficult or impossible to provide the frequent extension. It is cheaper to provide a single large unit rather to construct a number of small units. Now, the design period is estimated based on the following points or the following factors. First one is life of the structure, useful life of component considering obsolescence, wear and tears, life of structure in the number of years in future for which the design period is physically situated to provide the intended facility, so it should be less than life structure once of the system during initial period. Second factor is the difficulty in extension. For the projects whose extension is easily possible, it is kept low. For example, we can install new tube well at any time. So, we do not need to install all tubes well which would be required after 20 years. But for the project whose extension is difficult, their design period is kept greater. For example, dams and reservoirs cannot be extended easily. Third factor is the rate of population growth. If the rate of population growth is higher, then for that region the shorter design period is required. Lead time. It is time for the commitment of project to its completion. Design period should be greater than the lead time. The next factor is the economy of scale. The decrease in average cost as size of facility increase in known as the economy scale. If the economy of scale is small, the smaller the design period will be used. It is economical to build a large structure for longer design period. Anticipated rate of growth of population including industrial, commercial development and migration immigration. Now the factors governing design period. First one is the design period should not exceed the life period of structure. Second, if the funds are not in the sufficient, the design period should has to be decreased. Third one, the rate of interest is less for the borrowing funds. Fourth, the population increase due to industries and commercial establishment. Hope so you understand all the concept of population forecasting and design. Here the topic is over. Thank you.